federal authorities have confirmed the identity of a man who held 4 people hostage at a Texas synagogue on Saturday. This is drone video of the congregation Beth Israel in Coyville Sunday morning. Special Agent in Charge Matthew DeSarno of the FBI Dallas field office confirmed the hostage taker as 44-year-old Malik Faisal Akram, a British citizen, One of the hostages was released earlier in the evening on Saturday, and the other 3 were rescued at about 9:30 last night when the hostage rescue team breached the synagogue. All were unharmed, and Akram was shot and killed.
Well, today is Martin Luther King Day, where the nation takes a moment to honor Martin Luther King Jr. Every year, this day is celebrated to honor the man who played such a pivotal role in the civil rights movement. His life and achievements were reflected upon, and you can honor him as well, whether that's by reading the I Have a Dream speech, reading an article, or simply walking in his footsteps.
An American hero, decorated Tuskegee Airman Brigadier General Charles Mcgee has died. His family says Mcgee died at his home today in Bethesda, Maryland, and he was 102 years old. This video was shot back in December at Randolph Air Force Base in Texas, where Mcgee was honored at the pilot training wing. Mcgee enlisted in the Army in 1942 and became one of the first black military aviators, known as the Tuskegee Airman. He flew 409 combat missions in conflicts from World War II to Vietnam. His plane was hit by enemy fire twice.
Well, as the nation pauses to honor the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Democrats are vowing to keep pushing their voter rights legislation forward despite dashed hopes of it passing. This as President Biden faces scrutiny over his stalled agenda, and Bree Jackson is in Washington with the latest.
President Biden heading into his first year in office this week with a mix of successes and setbacks.
There's a lot of talk about disappointments and things we haven't gotten done. We're going to get a lot of them done, I might add.
Accomplishments include a $1.9 trillion COVID relief bill and historic investments in infrastructure. But there's no clear path forward on priorities like voting rights legislation. A few members of the president's party opposed changing Senate rules in order to get the job done. Top Democrats are pressing ahead anyway.
We are going to keep pressing. We are not going to give in on this because I'm convinced that the people of goodwill are going to step up and help us get this done.
Republicans argue in some cases the country is worse off under this administration, pointing to record high inflation.
Gasoline prices are 50% higher than they were when he took office. The border is a mess. COVID was resurgent.
The administration doubling down on its focus on COVID testing.
We have 1 billion tests that will become available to people that they can order through the website.
A federal government website goes live this Wednesday where families can order up to 4 free COVID tests per household. But the fate of voting rights hangs in the balance. In Washington, Bree Jackson, NBC News.